Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm going to just start off, I want to start off with a more optimistic tone, because really after complaining for many, many years about my own fraternity, I actually feel that inshallah now things are getting positive. So firstly, the Dars Nidami system is today beyond recognition. It's no longer a Dars Nidami system. I know we still call it that, but really if the founders were here today, they would probably look at it and say, they would probably scream. It's not the Dars Nidami system at all anymore. Number two, I don't think changing the syllabus is going to make a difference. I think it's about how it's taught that really makes the greatest difference. So for example, I teach in a particular seminary that's an evening one that's geared towards professionals, workers and students in the morning. We've got many students that are studying at Imperial College and UCL by day, LSE, etc., and then they're coming and trying to become an alim in the evening. The student in the teacher cohort, we've got, mashallah, a number of experts. And I think it's the way it's taught that makes a bigger difference than teaching a certain book or the other. That's one thing. The other thing is that many of these graduates now are doing immense amount of work in their various different areas. But generally, the areas from which those scholars, the children were sent to study, those are better catered than other areas. So for example, in London, if you make a comparison between Barnet and Tower Hamlets or Hackney or Ilford or Forest Gate, you will see that within those latter places, there's an immense amount of contribution there, whether that be in Islamic schools, whether that be madrasas, teaching children, teaching adults, teaching women, teaching men, counseling. We've got a long way to go, but there's a lot more than goes on in other boroughs. So those who come from other boroughs, I think it's their responsibility to actually get young men and women of their area and encourage them in that direction. Because a lot of people don't want to travel to other areas. They just feel very comfortable staying close to their parents. So that's a sad fact. Number three, the teachers who taught us, the first generation who came to this country and established the madrasas, whether that be Deobandi, Barelvi, etc., they've done their part. The world has moved on tremendously in the last 30, 40, 50 years in a way that they would never have even fathomed. We can't expect them to remain abreast of that. Yes, it's their responsibility to empower their graduates. And it's happening. It's not happening fast enough, but it's happening. It's my generation, my colleagues, Deobandis, Barelwis, etc., that we need to take that. And alhamdulillah, I think it is happening. I think they are making a difference. Today, we're seeing them represented here. This department has a number of them either lecturing here or studying here, and they're taking part in mainstream organizations. Those same people are coming and they're teaching the next generation. So I'm hoping there's going to be a lot more that we can learn, a lot more that we can do and try to keep up with advancements in the world. But I feel, inshallah, very optimistic. We can't feel optimistic and become complacent because we've still got a long, long way to go. But inshallah, for prosperity.